My MRP-02 Killerbody Frenzy is finally here, and this is a figure that I have been eagerly waiting for. Right out of the box, the movie accuracy is striking, the sculpting, the premium paint finish, and the integrated LEDs all come together to deliver a Frenzy that instantly stands out on the shelf. It's very interesting that this Killerbody Frenzy even come with battery packaged inside the box. They still wrap together like this, so now I'm gonna unwrap them and then put them inside the head. So inside the cage, we only need 2 batteries fit in there, so we have 2 extra ones we can save for later. And once you put them together, it should work really nice. So here is the Decepticon magnet. When you put it closer over here, you'll see that very shiny blue light. And then after we have that, we can put this inside the head. I really like when company actually care about battery and they pack battery along with screwdriver first. So we don't really have to receive the figures and then try to figure out what type of battery this is, what size this is, and then go and buy some battery. That's just annoying. But this is perfect. And here we have Frenzy in his sample mode. I basically just put the head onto the torso and he looked incredible. It takes up pretty much the whole screen because this guy is pretty tall, so I have to stretch him out to balance him in my screen. We can see that he comes with a bunch of accessories. The Decepticon badge will also act as the magnet activator. And then we also have 4 different shuriken, all the piece weapon that he used in the Transformers 2007 movie. So right now, I still have the lights on his face. That head sculpt is incredible. It seems like he just stepped out of the screen from the 2007 movie. And he have a bunch of mandibles, so I'm kind of afraid to actually accidentally break them. But after touching them a few times, it seems like they are a little mandible. It's made of soft plastic material, so it doesn't tend to break too easily. But I wouldn't try to test them too much. And then of course the eyes have articulation. They just basically on bone joint, and you can see that this can pop up very easily. And then I can just pop this right on here again. This is the most intricate Frenzy that I have ever seen. Even in comparison to any third-party figures that they advertise online, this guy just look on a different level. I never know that Frenzy actually have this much detail because my reference usually was just the deluxe class from 2007, and that figures I thought that it looked really incredible and accurate, but in comparison to this guy, it just lacks so much details. Look at all of those torso. You can see that there's so many small pieces that got put together to form this torso. It's not just one solid piece. There's even working piston inside the chest. How incredible is that? And here's are the details in the crotch area, the legs area, even this leg. You can see like there's so many rod structure throughout the figures. For the arm looks very interesting, like 4 arms instead of 2. And here's the back. They did not get lazy in the back at all. Look at that. And then in terms of articulation, of course, for the head is on the bone joint, so you can move it however you like, 360 degree. And then for the neck, we have one hinge over here, and then we have another hinge down here, which can have him go like this. And of course, the eyes have articulation too, and you can angle the 2 main eye however you like. Going down to the torso region, we have those 2 bone joints for the arm right here. Can go however you like, just on the bone joint. And then go to one of the arm, you can see that there's one hinge here. We can go up and down, and then there's another piece that's got stick in the back in here, just through a bone joint. And then that piece also have a hinge. So there's a lot of display option for this guy. Then go to the arm down here. Again, we have those 2 rods. The smaller arm, there's on their individual bone joint, so they can turn however they like. And then this piece over here, the spiky piece, also on another bone joint. This have another hinge here, and then we have more bone joints going out to the hand, and then we have hinge for the actual fingers. So we only have one hinge over here for the small fingers, and then those 2 got hinged together. That is a little tight, so it can definitely pop up the bone joint right there. The other 2 does not seem to move, so it's only have one finger that's moved for the smaller hand over here. And then same articulation to exactly on the other arm. And of course, we have this torso piston right here. Thanks to this hinge that we can angle the back however we like. And it can tilt side to side too, because we have another hinge right in here. Look at that piston. I really like that it's moved not only up and down, but also side to side. Go to the cross region over here. We have this guy on another bone joint right here. So we definitely have some waist swivel in there. And then we have more bone joints for the legs here. We go to the leg. There's another functioning piston right here again, with one pin here and one pin here.
Then here we can put in a chicken leg position. So let's have another piston section here. So of course for the legs is on the bone joint, on the feet on the bone joint, so it can tilt side to side with really good ankle tilt right there, and it can go up and down, and of course that piston will react to it. Same articulation to this leg here. So it seems like wherever we have those small rods, then we can just put the weapon directly onto the part. So the shuriken should go right in there. There's many ways to attach the weapon, but I think this is the best way that I'm gonna display this guy with. And the very last feature this guy offers is the inbox display option. So for this box, it actually have a window that you can open it, and in there you can already see the figures. So on this side we have MRP-02 Frenzy from Transformers, an official product, and of course this have the Velcro that actually closes in like this. And then when you open inside, you can see the figures got is placed inside. And right now I already have 2 shuriken got attached on the figure itself. So because this guy is really big and it's more of the collectible that doesn't scale with any other piece in my collection, so this might be the main feature that I'm gonna display these figures with, just inside the box, just be a beauty on its own. So overall, I really love these Frenzy figures even though he doesn't transform. Now let's talk about scale, because this is where Killerbody Frenzy takes an unexpected turn. His look absolutely incredible, no question, but he doesn't line up with any established scales on the market. He's too big to stand next to 30 series, and also too big to scale with Yolopark or Threezero figures, and also doesn't follow the MPM proportion either. So while he's a visual knockout, he's definitely a figure that works best as a standalone display piece. He commands attention, but he won't integrate cleanly into a traditional lineup. Bronze, exceptionally accurate sculpt and shred from the 2007 movie. He also had premium paint, surface detailing that give him a high-end finish, LED features that easily elevate the display presence, surprising articulation for a non-transforming release, and arguably the best Frenzy representation available today. Regarding the cons, he has an unusual scale that doesn't match any major figure's line. He's not built to the level of Threezero or Yolopark, especially in material. He's non-transformable, which might bother some collectors, and he's also have a lightweight body which may feel less premium than its look. So overall, Killerbody's MRP-02 Frenzy is a figure that absolutely delivers in terms of accuracy, presence, and wow factors. It's not perfect, especially when it's come to scale, but if you have been waiting for a truly display-worthy Frenzy, this is hand down one of the best options on the market right now. It fills a gap that official lines still haven't touched. And for Bayverse collectors, that alone make it worth a serious look. And if you didn't know, Killerbody is also working on a Wheelie figures. And honestly, from the early reviews, he looks awesome. So I'll be keeping an eye on for that one. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any updates on Killerbody figures or the latest Bayverse release. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
I'm changing sides, Tool Warrior Goddess.